Two future Mountain West Conference rivals squaring off here in northern Utah. It's UNLV and Utah State. An electric atmosphere here. The first ever whiteout in Logan. Kickoff is next. They feel this could be another bowl year. Off to their best start since 1978. UNLV trying to snap a 16-game road losing streak. The Aggies and the Rebels, a beautiful setting here. It'll cool off with the mountains nearby. Temperatures in the high 70s right now and minimal wind as Utah State in front of the whiteout geared up for battle here. We talked about the physical nature of these two clubs. It starts with the head coaches. There's Gary Anderson, fourth season at Utah State. He engineered one of the top turnaround seasons in college football last year. First bowl trip in 15 years, and he's coached 10 all-WAC guys. 6 have gone on to the NFL. He's really built this program from the bottom up, and they're excited about their future here in Logan. Handing out some T-shirts to the fans, and UNLV with Bobby Houck at the helm, trying to turn around a 2-10 season from a year ago, but it had to feel good to get a victory against Air Force, a game they trailed in that second half. And they really dictated things in the second half of that one.
Yeah, when you look at their first 3 games before that, they were playing them tough. They lost by 3 points, 6 points. To be able to come back against Air Force, they weren't expected to win. This is what he's trying to get his young kids to understand. Let's run the ball, play solid defense, play for 4 quarters, and in the end, we should come out with a victory.
3-time Big Sky Coach of the Year when he was at Montana. He's been in 8 bowl games as an assistant coach. And like Coach Anderson, preaches that physical style. He's got a new offensive coordinator in Brent Myers, who's on the staff with Gary Anderson at NAU. So there are some connections amongst players and coaches leading into this one.
And Coach Anderson spoke very highly of Myers, that how long, and both of them did back and forth knowing each other, keeping up with each other from the NAU days. The big thing about it is when you've been around somebody, you kind of know the nuances, the little ins and outs. So we're going to see some chess here, trying to figure out how one can trick the other in the early part of this game.
And this is quite an atmosphere here. We've seen this program grow over the last few years. It's exciting. You can't help but get caught up with the enthusiasm with the student section across the way.
Extremely. I mentioned it in the open. You talk about they went to Auburn that first game last year and just lost at the very end. Wisconsin had that game in the bag this year, just lost that one. These kids are itching excited to stand behind this team because they see the work that they put in and it's produced on the field.
They have a couple big wins, the overtime victory against Utah, of course, and then the road win at Colorado State last week. They played well in the first half, and it shows that you're growing up as a program where you're picking out the negatives when you win a game on the road. They're getting better.
They're definitely getting better, and that's one thing Coach Anderson talked about, that these kids believe in their conference and believe in each other, and they feel that they can play with anybody, anywhere, and get a win.
The Rebels will get the football first as Jerron Bentrud has it teed up, and twin safeties back deep for UNLV. Marcus Sullivan and also Eric Johnson. Rebels 1-3, Aggies 3-1, but both teams have been involved in close games that could have gone the other way. The Aggies could be 4-0 if not for a missed field goal at Wisconsin on the road. We are underway from Romney Stadium. It's going to be Johnson 3 yards deep, and he elects to take a knee, and they'll take the touchback out to the 25-yard line. A lot of teams preach we're going to run the football first, and this is one of those clubs with Nick Sherry at the helm. You mentioned he's a good game manager. He's going to get better and better. Bright kid, not easily rattled. Good numbers against Air Force.
Yeah, so when you look at what he did there, like I said, the one touchdown, but look at the 32 attempts out of 23. That is good percentage, making sure you make the right throws.
Sherry, a redshirt freshman from Petaluma. Single running back is Cornett. They'll go play fake on first down. Has a man, the tight end. It's Phillips. And Phillips has a first down as he's bumped out of bounds by Lawson across the 36-yard line. Good start in front of a raucous crowd here in Logan. Marcus Sullivan is their go-to guy in the passing game. He's first team all-conference, wide receiver and kick returner. They'll look to him often in this game when they're not running the football. Experienced line Cameron Jefferson starting at left tackle with an injured Brett Boyko on the shelf. First down now at the 36. William Vea, the lead back. They'll hand it off to Cornett, changes direction, and he moves the football up to the 40-yard line for 4 yards. Jake Dowdy on the tackle. Boje Fili-Moiatu, the senior from West Valley City, Utah. He's the energizer. First-team All-WAC candidate, explosive at that outside linebacker position. And they have a lot of coaches on the field. McCade Brady is another one at the free safety spot, as there is an injured Rebel right now at the line of scrimmage. This is going to be a physical football game, you get the sense. We will find out who that is when we come back. Scoreless early stages in Logan, UNLV, and Utah State. Scoreless here, the Rebels' second play from scrimmage. Tim Cornett, their leading rusher the last 3 seasons, injured, walked off the field on his own power. Rebels facing a 2nd and 6 from the 40 as Bradley Randall now in as a slot back. Sherry looking to throw it, has his tight end again, it's Phillips, and he's gang tackled but appears to have the first down up to the 46-yard line. Kyler Fackrell on the tackle for the Aggies.
Nice step back and throw there by Nick Sherry. They spread him out, made you think there was an I formation, they were going to run, got the ball out, now you're 3rd and manageable. This is one of the things that offensive coordinator Brent Myers said they want to try to get themselves in 3rd and short as much as possible.
And Jay, this is 3rd and less than half a yard, the ball between the 45 and 46. And Cornett is back in. Their star is in the backfield. Gets his number called. Straight ahead, Cornett slams for a first down across midfield and to the Aggie side of the field. Zach Vigil, who's had a huge year at inside linebacker on the stop.
You see what I talk about here with Tim Cornett. Big physical back that knows how to run in between the tackles. This team uses a lot of power sets. That's 2 tight ends, tight end fullback, and that's exactly what they did in that situation. 3rd and short, shifted, got the defense in the right spot so that they can run that ball and get the first down.
Cornett is their meal ticket. He is a guy that has 20 career touchdowns. He'll be one of the greats in UNLV history by the time his career is over. They'll play fake this time. Sherry to the sideline, and the catch made by Devontae Davis, and that's a first down to the 37. Lawson on the tackle. They're mixing well running pass here.
Well, that's what happens when you play against a team that's very effective running the ball. It sets up play-action pass, and that's what UNLV does most effectively. And you saw right there, Sherry rolled out, used the play-action pass, went through his progression. The flat wasn't there. The second read wasn't there. Went to the 3rd read.
And look at this. They'll empty the backfield this time. And now go to a bunch formation to put Cornett back in the backfield. A lot of motion. Cornett straight ahead, hit in the hole, and dropped for a loss. Fili-Moiatu is in there, and Kamana Matagi, the nose guard as well. Great job at the point of attack.
Boje came in there to clean that thing up. Coach Anderson talks a lot about Boje as their emotional leader. This guy is a player. When you look at his size, 6'1", 258 senior, in the mold of some of the other linebackers you played with, like Bobby Wagner, that went to the NFL this year.
No gain, 2nd and 10, 3-step drop, deflected and incomplete. Fili-Moiatu got his hand up there. This was a concern, that 3-step passing game. They were hurt last week against Colorado State.
Yeah, it's a quick drop, and as an offensive coordinator, you always look at what was effective against the defense the week before. Utah State had a hard time with the quick reads. That's the 3-step slants, stop routes, quick outs. And so what do? You dial that into your game planning and use that to see if you can get some conversion.
Coach Anderson said the key is to put teams in 3rd and long. They've got that opportunity right here, that Utah State defense, 3rd and 10. Sherry over the middle, and it's incomplete. Almost a one-handed grab by Caleb Herring, who also is their backup quarterback, split out. Brady on the coverage.
That's the type of situation that they're trying not to get into, that 3rd and long. And you see, this Utah State defense is very good when they get you in that type of situation. They get people off the field. They want to get you in 3rd and long, force you to have to throw, and make you have to make a good throw.
Chase Lansford, the senior from Yorba Linda, California, will try to pin the Aggies deep now. He's put 8 inside the 20 this year, hangs that one up there. And it's going to hit inside the 10, take a bounce, and into the end zone. A lucky hop for the Aggies, and they'll get it on the touchback. Good drive by the Rebels, but it stalls on the Utah State side of the field.
Well, Coach Myers, the offense coordinator, mentioned that. He says we want to keep ourselves in third and manageable to third and short. And you can see what happens when you don't get in that situation. This defense that Utah State has that's very good and very effective on third downs is able to put you in bad situations where it's hard for the conversion.
Here's Chucky Keaton, better understanding of the offense this year. His work contagious, according to Coach Anderson. He's a sponge in the film room. Clearly an all-conference guy, but getting better and better. It's hard to believe just a sophomore. His passing has improved over the course of from last year. Now on first down, he's going to put it in the air, and it's incomplete through the hands of Matt Austin, who tried to cradle it with his left arm at second down. Let's take a look at this Aggies team. They've had some injuries up front on the line, but Matt Austin, their big physical go-to guy in the passing game, already has his degree, 6-year senior. Had to juggle some people up front with the loss of Oscar Molina Sanchez to injury. They run it straight ahead with Kerwin Williams on second down, and he moves it up to the 27, third and short coming up. Defensively for the Rebels, they run a 4-3. They've given up 29 points, but they love the play of Tani Maka. He was a Mountain West Defensive Player of the Week last week. 10 tackles against Air Force, 3-year starter, and a defensive tri-captain. Penny Vea is also starting the free safety. They're glad to have him. He's an impact player in the secondary. Third down and 3. Keaton. Williams with the catch and a first down to the 34. Maka on the tackle.
Nice conversion on third down. Get yourself in third and manageable. Offensive coordinator Matt Wells spread them out. You can see he's just going to go through his reads. Check, he looks left. Nothing there. First read goes to the second read. Wide open to Kerwin Williams. This is the maturation they're talking about what Chucky is doing this year, going through his progression.
Big sign is they're converting 43% on third down this year. Fresh set of downs from the 34, from the gun. Keaton zips it, deflected. He wanted Williams over the middle, and a Rebel got a hand up there to knock it down. And that was Mark Garrick, it appears, the junior defensive tackle from Gadsden, South Carolina.
Big kid, 6'4", 275. You're always taught as a defensive lineman, if you can't get to the quarterback, put your hands up, and that's exactly what he did.
2nd and 10 now. 2 receivers left for Keaton. They're bringing pressure, sets up the screen. Williams the catch. This is where he's dangerous. Makes one man miss, and he's up to the 39. You better hit him initially, or he'll be terrorized at secondary. Almond Wilder on the tackle.
You're going to see right here, this is a setup screen route. Linebackers trying to react. Kerwin Williams does an excellent job of eluding the first defender, Tani, and getting himself some positive yards. That's exactly what you want out of a screen to get yourself a good at least 4 or 5 yards.
That's 5 on that catch, his 12th of the season from the running back spot. Keaton has the play call from the sideline. Near side, Williams a catch again and a first down, out of bounds at the 47-yard line. John Lotulelei, the tackle. There is a flag down.
There was a little hand action going between Matt Austin and Sidney Hodge. So we're going to see who's going to get the flag here. But when you see hands going to the face, sometimes it gets very interesting.
Eddie Shelton, a
After
ref.
the play, personal foul, offense, number 4. Be a 15-yard penalty, 1st and 10.
Well, that's on the senior Matt Austin. Personal foul penalty after the first down pickup.
I call it they were playing tiddlywinks right there. You can see as this ball's thrown, after the throw, right there, they're going hands to each other, and Matt Austin right there, that hand to the face, that's what got the flag. You cannot do that. You can get salty with the player in front of you, but when the hands come up to the face, they're going to throw that flag.
They do get the first down, but they back him up now after the 15-yard penalty to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. In motion, Joe Hill gets the pitch. Hill from down the line. That did not fool the Rebels, all over it. Lotulelei was in there. And the senior from Hawaii on the play.
These linebackers, when you're talking Lotulelei and Makea, They are very active, and when you watch this game as it progresses, they play sideline to sideline very fast. They run through blockers, and you're going to see them in on a lot of tackles.
His brother Tao is a UNLV walk-on freshman linebacker. He's in his final year with the Rebels at that outside linebacker position. Here's a handoff to Williams straight ahead, and the Rebels shut that down at the point of attack. Short gain, third down coming up. Tyler Gaston, the defensive tackle, was there.
This UNLV defense is very aggressive. They've played very tough their first 4 games. They've kept the offense into it. Think of it as a bend, don't break. This defense can win it for you if the offense doesn't do too much to turn the ball over.
They'll show some zone. They'll show some man. Try to mix it up. Now 3rd and 5 for the Aggies. This time Williams in motion. Keaton gonna scramble with it. Leans forward and has the first down at the 43. Everybody knows he can do it. He's doing a better job at picking his spots, though.
And that was a perfect example right there, and I like what they're doing right now, going with the no huddle after getting the conversion.
From the 44, Williams running left, and he is shut down at the line of scrimmage. Parker Holloway, the junior end, was there.
Yeah, we'll jump back to that play real quick because what he did was the read was to the right, and he went to the right, and nothing was there. That internal clock in his head sped up, and what did he do? He ran when he had to, and that's the big part you're seeing. But I love how the offense does the quick huddle after getting the first down, try to catch the defense off kilter.
Approaching 7:40 to go first quarter on 2nd and 10. Here's an end around reverse into the hands of Keaton. Downfield for Reynolds, and it's knocked away. And that was a big play by Penny Vea, the free safety, or that's possibly a touchdown as they tried some razzle-dazzle.
Penny Vea, big safety. Well, you're going to see this play action right here. They set it up. Devontae Glover pitches it out. You get the pitch back, and look at that play by Penny Vea. That's what you call being sound in your technique, getting back to where you're supposed to be and creating a play.
He originally signed with Utah State out of high school, joined the Rebels in fall camp last year and was a redshirt. First year on the field and a big player in that Rebels secondary. On 3rd down, Keaton has some time. Now he scrambles. Now he's in trouble, and he'll be sacked at the 43-yard line. Both defenses that bend but don't break style here as Trent Almong Wilder, the lineman, got him that time.
And that's a coverage sack. There was nowhere for Chucky to go, and this is part of the maturation. As you look at what happened, he went through his read, nothing was there. As he was scrambling and running, he was still looking downfield to throw the ball, but there was nobody there. Good play by the defense.
So the Aggies, hurt by that personal foul penalty, will have to punt it away. Tyler Bennett trying to angle it for the corner and does a pretty good job of it. They'll mark it out at the 6-yard line. The senior from Phoenix pinning UNLV deep. That's the 11th time he's put it inside the 20 this year. Bobby Houck's offense comes back out onto the field for the 2nd time. We're scoreless here in Logan. The first ever whiteout here, homecoming at Utah State, scoreless. The Rebels have the football for the 2nd time after that punt by Bennett. They'll start at their 6-yard line. Nick Sherry, the redshirt freshman from Petaluma, California, goes to work, hands it off to Cornett. And Cornett with some space, and he's up to the 11 for 5 yards. This is a team that wants to run it first, and then if they're successful, then play action becomes a factor.
And that's exactly what they did. They came out in their big formation, 2 tight ends, a fullback, tailback, and 1 receiver. And where did they run the ball? Down the middle of the field. They're all about physicality, controlling the line of scrimmage, and establishing the run that sets up the play-action pass.
Coach Houck says ideally they'd like to be more 50-50, take the load off the freshman quarterback. Sherry to the air this time, and the catch is made. A short game by Sullivan. Brian Sweet on the tackle, and it'll set up a 3rd and about a yard from the 15.
And look how efficient that is. You got yourself 5 yards on the first down run, got yourself out of the danger of being too close to the end zone, did a quick throw to the 2nd down. Now you got 3rd and manageable again.
They are 52% on 3rd down. This is a 1-3 football team. They've been very effective in short yardage. They'll go 2 tight ends to the left side of the formation. Handoff Cornett. And he puts his head down and lumbers for a first down up to the 19-yard line. Seafelt, the nose guard on the play. And there's a flag as well on the far side of the field.
After the play, personal foul, late hit, offense, number 40. Half the distance to the goal, we play third.
A late hit on the Rebels. So both teams bit by the personal foul penalty here in the first quarter.
And that kind of penalty right there is guys sometimes try to pick guys off the pile, and you got to watch this. You can see as this play is progressing right there. It's all done here. At the last second, top of your screen, he comes in and pushes the DB right there. I think that is the receiver, Devontae Davis. And you can't come in there and do that. Those type of things are cheap penalties. There's nothing that you was going to make a difference on the run. Learn to stay off of it.
They do get the first down, and then they back him up to the 9-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. Midway through the first quarter. First road game of the season for UNLV. Sherry, catch is made by Sullivan, and a short gain up to the 12-yard line. That was read well. Will Davis, the corner, senior from Spokane, on the play.
You're seeing the efficiency of Nick Sherry. Very smart young quarterback, good size. He's making all the right checks right now. He's not trying to force anything down the field, just like they want him to play. Control the tempo of the game. That's exactly what we're seeing right now with this mixture of run and pass.
2nd and 7. Sherry, originally committed to Colorado, coaching change, made the switch to UNLV. They love the fact he's a fast learner, improving. He's had a lot on his plate. First year on the field, 2nd down, and he throws behind his intended receiver that time. Not on the same page with Caleb Herring, and it's now 3rd and long.
That's one of those, he saw something, went to a check, and Caleb saw something different. You can kind of see Caleb pounding his chest like, okay, that was on me. I messed that up.
And that's a quarterback to quarterback. Herring's also their backup QB.
That is.
3rd and 7. The Yankees get a stop here. They've got a chance at excellent field position off of a punt. They want to keep them backed up. Sherry, all kinds of time. Deep ball for Herring, and that is well defended. Now a flag comes in. Terrence Alston, the nickel, was with them step for step. There was a little bit of contact near midfield.
I'm curious about this call because that was not really a catchable ball. The UNLV coaches was working that side ref over here on the side because the back judge wasn't going to call it. But you're going to see it's a corner route. And as this route progresses, there's little hand nuggets, but that ball is not catchable. So that's why I'm curious about why that call would have came out. There's no way the receiver would have caught that ball. You can see it again right here. You got hand fighting. They're both fighting each other. So when you have two guys hand fighting, usually you allow a little bit of that to go as long as it doesn't impede the receiver if it's a catchable ball. And that was not a catchable ball.
Not a spot foul, but a 15-yard penalty that gives UNLV a first down now at the 28-yard line. Coach Anderson, great defensive mind. He has built quite a defense. They're ranked 11th in the FBS this year in total D. Cornett running right behind, blocking a yard, and that's about it. Fackrell was in there. He got some help from the guys up front as well.
You got to give credit to this UNLV offensive line. They have some injuries. Brett Boyko, their starting left tackle's hurt. He hasn't been able in, so they shift Cameron Jefferson, the starting left guard, to left tackle. Ron Scroggins, a true freshman, bringing him up, and they're establishing this line pretty well.
And they're a physical front. Bobby Houck, it comes right from the coach. He believes in the physicality, wants to take it right at you. They've done a nice job mixing it up thus far. 2nd and 8. Here's Cornett slanting to the left side. And a couple yards up to the 34-yard line. Fackrell again on the tackle. Tyler Fackrell, the redshirt freshman from Mesa, Arizona, has been busy.
Got to stay active when you're playing against a running team that likes to run downhill and very, very aggressive. You have to make sure you wrap up, and that's exactly what he did on that play.
3rd and 5. Aggies will bring in their nickel coverage group now. Herring in a slot to the right for the Rebels. Anthony Williams is split out, the freshman from Brentwood, California. Sherry looking that way. Sherry going to throw it at the last minute, and it's incomplete. He almost pulled that off. Through the hands of Williams. Jamani Robertson on the coverage.
That's one of those situations I've kind of been wondering if Dave Miranda, the defense coordinator, is going to dial up a blitz, or he's going to see if his normal four-man pressure can get there. That's the first time that they actually got pressure on Nick Sherry, but because of his size, he's able to shrug that off, step up in the pocket, buy a little more time, and did all he could to get that ball out. Caleb Herring just couldn't hold on to the ball.
So Lansford will have to punt it for the second time, standing at his 20. Wobbly kick towards the sideline. Cameron Webb's going to let it hit, takes a backwards hop, and down by the Rebels. They're going to mark it at the 34-yard line. The defenses have done a nice job thus far. 2:55 to go, opening quarter. We're scoreless. Utah State looking for their fourth win. Autumn starting to arrive in the mountains near Utah State University. Aggies and the Rebels are scoreless late in the first quarter. Utah State has the football back after the punt from their 34-yard line. Running that spread, Keaton on the keeper, and he leans forward for a couple of yards, and that's it across the 36-yard line. Max Ellerts, the junior middle linebacker from Helsinki, Finland, on the tackle. This is a team, Jay, that last year 6th in the FBS in rushing, but more perimeter-oriented this year without Robert Turbin. They like to go outside a little bit more.
Well, you got Kerwin Williams with all that speed we talked about in the open, so it allows you to do something like that.
And Keaton maturing in the pass game as well. 2nd and 8 as Williams goes in motion. Keaton tries to zip it over the middle and deflected at the line of scrimmage. Second time the Rebels gotten somebody with their hand up there, James Boyd that time.
James Boyd did an excellent job of, he knew he wasn't going to get there. Watch, he starts up the field, and then he backs off, and he's spying Chucky right there, and he goes and gets in the line of sight to knock that ball down. Excellent play there by James Boyd, knowing what Chucky wanted to do and trying to take it away.
The 5th former USC Trojan to transfer to UNLV since 1999. Boyd from Los Angeles. And they've got some guys with some big frames on the outside. 3rd down, Keaton looking deep now, and incomplete as his receiver stumbled Jacobs, and that's going to be defensive pass interference, it appears. Jacobs had his man beat.
Yeah, Kenny Brown, he did what you're supposed to do as a DB. If you're going to get beat like that, grab the receiver, and he grabbed him. It's better to take 15.
Defense, number 20, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It's better to take 15 than to give up 6. So good job by Kenny Brown knowing he got beat and making the penalty.
And there's a case where, Utah State can stretch the field with some of the athletes they have. They're not one-dimensional.
Not at all. And that's the thing about it. In that situation, that was Travis Reynolds. You have a lot of receivers between Reynolds and Austin and Chuck Jacobs. They can get behind you. But what they do is they set you up by going short and blocking and everything else. Once you lull yourself to sleep, they're going to try to get behind you.
First down at the UNLV 49 as the officials talk over something here at the 2:10 mark. Bobby Houck. Felt really good about their win against Air Force at home last week. 21 unanswered points. The question is turning that positive momentum into success on the road. He knew it would be a tough test here in Logan. From the 49. Play fake by Keaton. Rolling right. Tries to dump it off, and that is almost intercepted. It was deflected and then almost picked off. John Lotolele was there. It was a play that had a turnover written all over it.
You're going to see they try to do a funny play-action play, and as he did that, Lotolele didn't buy it. He sits in the pocket, forces a tough throw, gets the tip on it, and then he still comes back from out of bounds and almost makes the interception.
Tried to get it to Reynolds that time. Now they try to run it with Kerwin Williams, and he's cut down at the line of scrimmage. Tim Hassan, the junior from Las Vegas, was there. They've done a nice job against the run thus far.
These linebackers, and Coach Anderson talked about it, he said these linebackers are very active. They move sideline to sideline, and they create a lot of havoc. And that's what we're seeing right now. A lot of these plays being made by these linebackers.
That's a former walk-on right there with a nice play. 3rd and 10. Empty backfield, 5 receivers this time for Keaton. Steps up, delivers a strike, cut by Jacobs and a first down to the Rebels' 25-yard line. 24 on the pickup, Penny Vea on the tackle, and here comes a late flag after the play.
Chucky Keaton showing you the growth of his arm and ability to sit in the pocket to get that long third down conversion. You're going to see they catch him in a base defense. They spread him out. Chucky just drops back, finds the mismatch, and gets the ball in there to Chuck Jacobs.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 10.
And after the play, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called against Utah State. It's the second one of the game against the Aggies. The catch to the 25, but now they back him up 15 yards, and the line of scrimmage now the 40. That's got to frustrate the head coach.
Yeah, and because all he did was give a first sign marker. Now, granted, this is not the NFL, but you got to allow a little bit of energy to come out of these kids.
First down at the 40 now. Williams to the right of Keaton. 3 receivers this time. Rebels coming on the blitz. Keaton underneath, caught by the tight end. Bartlett makes a man miss. 20, and he's bumped out of bounds. Kenny Brown on the tackle. Bartlett has been a real find. His 15th catch from that tight end spot.
He has good hands, good speed. Chucky Keaton taking it to the next level. This play was effective because Chucky saw the blitz, knew the hot read, which was Bartlett. He sees it and watch right there, gets it out immediately, and Bartlett does the rest. That's what you want out of your quarterback. Read the blitzes, see them coming, get the ball out.
Fifth-year senior has all the tools, they're saying, out of Blue Springs, Missouri. This time Hill in motion. Keaton fakes it to him. Rolling right, has a tight end open, spots him. It's Tialavea, and he's inside the 10-yard line and close to another first down.
Chucky had the opportunity to run, but did you see what he did? He's waving people around, trying to buy time, like I said, to open, using his feet, giving his receiver time to get open so that he can get the ball out. And Tialavea made a nice catch after he gave him some space.
First and goal, Utah State. Couple passes to tight ends effective on this drive. Handoff, Williams straight ahead to the 5. Williams to the 2, and a flag is thrown as he goes down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the yellow cloth has been on the carpet a lot today in this first quarter. Good play right there by Kerwin. Dancing, pulling to the side. Like I said, this guy is so quick. You got to get your arms around him. If not, he's going to make you pay.
And that's the final play of this first quarter, but there is a flag to sort out here. Here's the call. Legal block on Chuck Jacobs, so they won't have it at the 2. They will back him up. They'll have a first down as we wrap up this first quarter from Merlin Olsen Field, Romney Stadium in Logan. 4 penalties, 55 yards against Gary Anderson's team. That's been frustrating, but his team knocking on the door, trying to score first here at home. Against the Aggies, they have it at the 20-yard line. First down and 10 from there. Keaton's going to hand it off, fake the handoff, pitch into the hands of Jacobs. And that did not fool the Rebels. Great play by Sidney Hodge, the junior corner, shutting that down after a 1-yard gain. 2 penalties against Jacobs for 30 yards on this drive, and that is the final play of the first quarter. The penalties have hurt the Aggies.